So today I want to talk to everybody about something that's a little personal to me, and maybe hopefully whoever just happens to stumble upon this video can relate to it. Either way, let's get on with the story. Back in the beginning of my middle school year, I was just the most socially awkward butterfly out there. I was just so jealous of people who were able to keep a conversation for more than just 5 minutes tops. I would try to go around and talk to different groups of people who I believed I could associate myself with. At first, I tried talking to the groups that had the most people in them, but of course, most of those belonged to popular kids, and I would just get shut out from them. Even if I tried associating myself with smaller groups of people, none of them would even look in my direction. And for once in my life, I felt like an outcast. At least in elementary, I was able to talk and hang around kids and play with them in the playgrounds, but even if we played together, they would always mention how I should talk more, or I should talk louder because your voice was too quiet, or something like that. For a couple of my days in middle school, I had to spend a lot of my time alone until I met probably one of the greatest friends. So, after school when I was getting on the bus, it was always hard for me to get on it because I would always watch these kids talk about how they wanted to sit next to each other or how they wanted to hang out afterwards. And it kind of really killed me inside, so what I would just do is plug in my headphones and just wait till we got home. You could honestly say that this was kind of a fateful encounter, but just as I was listening to my music, my headphones got attached to someone's bag, and I got them ripped out of my ear, and I just so happened to hear a kid talk about a certain video game that he liked, and I just out of nowhere said that I liked it too. And at that moment I was expecting no one to really listen to me, but at that moment that kid actually heard me. It was something like that made me really happy because for once someone actually heard me, you know? It was honestly amazing. But at the same time it hurt because I knew for a fact that people intentionally ignored me and just didn't want to talk. But after the whole thing, I got off the bus thinking that this person wouldn't want to talk to me anymore. That it was just probably something he wanted to say in the moment, but it turned out that he actually wanted to hang out afterwards. So after getting to know him for a while, and on that day we kind of found out that we had a couple classes together. It was that way for the most of our years together, having the same classes all the time, but eventually that kind of stuff comes to an end, you know? This kid was on a completely different level than I, and I just couldn't keep up with the classes that he was taking, and it made me think that I would have lost him because we were in different classes. But because we were close, this kid reassured me that we would hang out outside of school. And when we did, our friendship grew more and more. He taught me how to speak up a little bit more and even introduced me to the people that he hung out with, and I grew some friendships with them as well. Of course, some of them felt like I was forced into their group, but because of him, I never really let that bother me, since most of them began to like me, and just being part of something made me happy. I'm sure a lot of you have at least one or maybe more friends like that where you started out just being the new person, but they were able to get you out of your comfort zone to socialize with the people of their group, or where they were kind enough to just listen to your voice even if the group didn't. But because of the way I was, I never really got to voice the issues I wanted to say. They were all kind of caged up inside my head, you know? I had to put up a brave front and tell my friends that nothing was really bothering me, and that I was okay and they shouldn't have to worry about me. But that one friend would always know. Even if you didn't tell them, they would know that something was just wrong. Honestly, I regret not telling them how I felt. How grateful I was that they would even give up their time just to listen to the stupid things I would say, and spend time with me, you know? A lot of people grow up neglecting the friends that they have, and you can lose them even just by not voicing out the issues that you have. Because eventually those issues build up. And when they build up, your emotions tend to, I guess, rise, and you eventually just take it out on them once you hit your boiling point. Even though they had nothing to do with it, you just take out your anger on them. Or whatever's closest to you. Like family, friends, anyone really. For some of those issues, we'll talk about them in the next video. But once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy what you saw today, please leave a like or a comment down below. My name is xShawnTheAsianx, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, take care.